And I thought about making this video for a very long time, but I got caught up in this trap. I wanted things to be perfect. I thought, hey, it's YouTube. You want it to be cinematic, you want it to be nice, you want it to be well put together and polished. But you know what? Toops was never polished to begin with. It just started like that and it improved step by step over time. And I think this video signifies that. This is the core of what Toops Coffee is. Hello everyone, this is Suraj Trupalli and I'm sitting in Toops Coffee and I'm the founder of this coffee brand. I started this brand 5 years ago almost, and it's been quite a journey. I have done so much throughout these 5 years that I feel like I really wish I had documented more of this journey. I started at a place where I knew nothing about coffee, and now I'm calling this phase for Toops Coffee the pursuit of spectacular specialty coffee. And it's a big deal. I know that there's a long way to go, a lot of things to learn, and I want this space to be a place where we can have videos about everything, this whole journey, the good, bad, the ugly, the secrets behind how we do things, the how, when, why we make these decisions, what we're doing with the coffee shop, what we're doing with this coffee brand, all of it. So if you're new to this channel, new to this whole brand, here's a brief introduction. I'm Suraj Trupalli and I started Toops Coffee almost 5 years ago. It's called Toops Coffee because it's derived from my last name, Toops, Trupalli, Toops. It's meant to be a friendly neighborhood space, something approachable, a brand that's friendly. I didn't want to think too much. I wanted it to be something that people could just access, right? Toops, let's go to Toops, right? And I started this almost 5 years ago. It was really meant to be an experiment and it snowballed out of proportion. And we're sitting here. Today, Toops Coffee exists in Hyderabad, in Jubilee Hills, and also in Film Nagar. And we're a brand, we're a cozy little coffee shop that serves really good specialty coffee. We've been thriving and surviving this boom of coffee shops, specialty coffee in Hyderabad. And there's a lot of things going on. 5 years ago, things were super different. This was right out of the pandemic. The lockdown had just ended, and I thought a lot about coffee shops, what I wanted to do with coffee, how I wanted to do all of this. But one night I just said, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and start. Just take a small step. Toops went through multiple phases throughout these 5 years, and I feel like we're entering another phase. So Toops 1.0 was just a small space with a few chairs and tables, couple of tables, not even table actually. When I started, it was a tree stump outside that I just brought from the neighbor's tree that they were cutting down. So I said, hey, you know what, I'm just going to use it. And it was just me making coffee with a table, a poro setup, and some cold brew. I think I had cold brew. And then kept adding a few things. And it was honestly a very cathartic experience. It was about me just experiencing a freelancer life, I think. And then Toops 2.0 was when I saw the potential for this coffee shop coming together, and I expanded, made a few systems, started adding bagels, doing multiple things. I had a few tables. It was about maybe a 20-seater back then. Yeah. And then slowly I started to realize, you know what, the market is growing, things are happening around me. I can't be small. It doesn't make any sense. I can't be there all the time. I need a team. I need a staff that can take care of the space while I'm doing other things. And Toops 3.0 was when we had almost 40 chairs. Yeah, that's about how much we have now. And yeah, a lot of systems changed, a lot of staffing changed, the quality improved, machinery changed, many things happened during 3.0. That happened in 2023, and now we're in 2026. And it's high time we enter the final phase. It can't be Toops 4.0. This is the final form of Toops Coffee. And I want to document this all for you guys and show you what goes into getting there, into creating what Toops deserves, right? So this space is meant to be a documentation more than anything of my learnings as I'm building this brand. I learned a lot in these 5 years about entrepreneurship, about myself, about people, about business, so many things. And Toops Coffee evolved over time, and there were a lot of mistakes that were made. There were a lot of things that I wish I didn't do, but I learned a lot from that. And I wish I had a documented version of this entire journey, how I'm learning about things, as I learn about things, as I learn more about specialty coffee, more about business, more about growing a brand like this, you'll come along the journey, I hope. And that'll all be documented here. I have a lot of content. I want to tell the story of Toops Coffee. This is a very, very brief introduction of what Toops Coffee is. But what we stand for, the philosophy, the principles that guide a brand like this, all of that, I want to tell the entire story. It's a crazy story. Really, I've been trying to piece it together. I want to make something cinematic, something nice, something, I like telling stories. But it's a lot of work, but it's coming. That's one series. And what else can you expect from this channel? We have industry insights. I'm a very curious person. So when I meet someone in coffee, especially, people in specialty coffee, you know what? They're just nice. They're just amazing people. I don't know what it is, but we always have really good conversations around coffee, and I feel like that's the common ground that we always reach. We might be very different people. We have very different personalities across the industry. But somehow that became like the language, right? Specialty coffee. This passion for coffee also started in the last 2 years for me, really. And specialty coffee, of like really exploring what this can be, started only 2 years ago. I didn't really care for coffee that much before. But that's the point, that there could be a person like this that can build a brand around coffee and still not really care too much about coffee, and then actually find the passion for coffee for various reasons. That's really what it is. So when I meet people in specialty coffee, when I talk to them, there's such amazing conversations. And I walk away thinking, hey, that should have been captured. Yeah, podcasts and all are fine, but just unfiltered conversations just about coffee, things around coffee, their approach to coffee, my approach, and really bridging that gap and understanding different perspectives. And I wish it could be on camera, right? So yeah, conversations around coffee, not just from industry people, but people who are related to coffee. For example, in the last week, I was actually in Chikmagalur exploring all the estates that we want to source our coffees from. So it was quite a journey. I understood a lot about how coffee is grown. It's very important to understand how it comes together, how this cup comes together. Yes, it's roasted. Yes, it has to be served a certain way. But looking at how coffee is harvested, how all of that happens in the background and it comes to your hand, it teaches you a lot. So a lot of that, understanding what goes on behind the scenes in specialty coffee, speaking with people who have been in the industry for generations, right? Vlogs of me visiting cafes, visiting industry experts, understanding how they do what they do, understanding what different brands do and how their philosophies align with our philosophies also, but also could be going against what we stand for. All of this, that's what this space is supposed to be. And a lot of just this journey of learning. Little decisions that I made over the course of the last 5 years to build this space, to build this brand a certain way, why each decision was taken and how that impacted the flow of customers, how that impacted a customer's experience. And yeah, just a lot of behind the scenes. Why do we serve in this glass? We're trying to serve in this glass. Why do we serve only in paper cups? All of these background things that happen that you don't necessarily see as a customer, but there's a lot of things that go on in the background that makes this experience come together, makes this product come together. So take you behind the scenes of Toops Coffee, take you behind the scenes of how we're building Toops Coffee, how we're building our products. We started roasting, so the entire roastery series, I know nothing about roasting. I just started, it's been 2 months. What am I learning from roasting? How am I building my product? How am I trying to create a specific style of roasting, a specific style of product that we can put out as Toops Coffee? How is it driven by customer feedback, right? We really like asking our customers what they like and what they don't like and calibrating for that. All of this. And also, why do people like this brand? I really want to show conversations with customers, people who really love this space and come here almost every day, more than me actually. Some customers come here every day and stay here for the entire day almost. Why do you do this? What is it about this space that draws you in? Even I don't know, so I want to find out too. So a lot of this content will be here on this YouTube. I'm taking you, the viewer, along this journey. I can do that here, but on Instagram we really can't. It's just short form content. So this long form content is meant for people who really want to get invested in our story, in our brand, in our experience, and come along this journey, honestly. That's all I can say. So I'm super excited to get this going. I'm super excited to put videos together for you guys and show you the journey for the next 5 to 10 years. That feels like a very long time, but I think the last 5 years just flew by. I was a very different person when I started, and I'm very different right now. Yeah, so come along this journey. If you like this content, if you want to share it with your friends, do that, like it, maybe drop a comment and tell me what you think. There's not that much in this video, but yeah, in the next few videos you should drop comments. Actually, you know what? Comment and tell me what you really want to see. If you're one of those viewers who's super early to this channel, tell me what you like, tell me what kind of content you watch, what kind of other coffee related things you want to learn. I want to bring that to the table. And yeah, I guess subscribe. This is a YouTube channel, so subscribe so I know that you'll stick around. Alright, I guess this is the beginning of this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.